You wanted more power, arcade-like four-dimensional graphics, and 15-channel stereo sound. Neo Geo is no stopping us now.
In the early days of console gaming, the goal was always one step closer to arcade accuracy. New console, closer to arcade accurate. If you've been following my channel for a while, you've probably heard me say that phrase. The problem is the goalpost kept moving. Sure, the consoles kept getting more powerful, but so did the arcades. In 1990, video game company SNK decided to put an end to that cycle with the Neo Geo. The idea was to create arcade cabinets with swappable ROM cartridges. So every time a new game came out, arcade owners didn't have to buy a whole new cabinet or have one professionally retrofitted. They could just buy a new ROM cartridge and switch it out themselves, just like you would on a home console. This was called the Neo Geo MVS, or Multi-Video System. But here's the really ambitious part. They decided to create a home console using the exact same technology. This way, they could port the ROMs to consumer purchasable cartridges. Not one step closer to arcade accuracy, real arcade accuracy in the home. They called this the Neo Geo AES, or Advanced Entertainment System. It was a great idea. Unfortunately, it was also a very expensive idea. The original console cost $649 when launched. It came with an arcade stick, a game, and a memory card. And those games individually, between $200 and $300. That's in 1990s money. Every gamer I knew wanted one, but I never actually met anybody that had one. Despite the price and the subsequent niche appeal, the Neo Geo had a good long life. SNK continued making consoles through 97, and they continued supporting console owners with new games all the way through 04. In the years since, prices remain high. Limited availability and a renewed interest in retro gaming have seen to that. An original model Neo Geo AES will set you back at least as much as it did back when it was new. And those games, still in the hundreds. Sure, there have been consoles that have attempted to mimic that experience over the years through either emulation or FPGA. But to people like me, the idea of recapturing those experiences on accurate hardware have just been a dream. Until last week. Hi, I'm Paul, and this is Indie Pop Productions, pop culture from an independent point of view. Today, we're going to discuss the newly announced Neo Geo AES Plus. I'm going to share my opinion, a little bit of speculation, and how I'm currently playing Neo Geo games. If you follow the retro gaming scene, you've heard. It's all anybody's talked about the last few days. The good, the bad, and the honestly still kind of expensive. SNK has teamed up with a company called PlayOn to produce exact matches of the original hardware. Not emulation, not FPGA, real Neo Geo that can hook to either a CRT TV or a modern display. It takes cartridges the way an original Neo Geo would and plays them natively. The standard edition costs about $250, $350 for the all-white anniversary edition with a matching copy of Metal Slug packed in, and those cartridges, about $90 each. Or if you got about $1,000 to spare, you can get the standard edition console, every accessory available, and all 10 launch titles. Everything is in pre-order now and will release on November the 12th. Personally, I'm excited. I've ordered the anniversary edition and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. And that's really all we know. Real hardware, not emulation, not cheap, but the best price we've ever seen for this technology, November the 12th. So here's where the speculation comes in. Not speculation about this per se, but speculation about what this could mean for the rest of the retro gaming scene. Retro gamers will likely be familiar with PlayOn. They've been giving us new ways to play our old games for years. They've made several of those replica mini consoles that come loaded with a bunch of games already. Some of the better ones anyway, like the C64 Mini, the Atari 400 Mini, the Intellivision Sprint. Some of PlayOn's more high profile projects have been the Atari 2600 Plus and 7800 Plus models. See, when I heard rumblings about there possibly being a Neo Geo AES Plus, this is what I was expecting. Because you see, these consoles play real cartridges, but they don't play them on original hardware. These are basically Atari-shaped boxes that dump the ROMs from the cartridges and play them on software that mimics original hardware. There's a little bit of latency, not all the games run perfectly, but honestly, they're pretty good. Reasonably priced, easy to hook to a modern display, and that Pac-Man Anniversary Edition that came out with last year looks amazing. more than good enough for most people. And none of those are on PlayOn's own website anymore. They're still available, just not on PlayOn's own storefront. PlayOn's website may as well just be a Neo Geo website now. So what does that mean? Probably nothing. Every year for the last few years, we've gotten a new Atari Plus console. The first year we got the 2600 Plus, which basically looked like a slightly smaller Atari 2600, but could play Atari 2600 and 7800 games. Then the next year they gave us the 7800 Plus, slight improvements, but really the same thing, only it's in a 7800 shell. And then last year they went back to the 2600 model, but with that awesome Pac-Man theming. I don't think we're getting one this year. Now I could be wrong, and if I am, we will know soon, by the end of June at the latest. But I'll be surprised if I am. And that's fine. We don't need a new one this year. Just keep on pushing those firmware updates out and people can just buy the old ones. Next year is the 50th anniversary of the Atari VCS/2600 and the 45th anniversary of the 5200. I expect special things next year. Now, if you know me, you know I love the 5200 and I would go crazy for a 5200 Plus. I don't think that's gonna happen. Honestly, I'd be happy if they just released a 5200 Mini. There were only 69 games ever released during the life of the console. You could fit them all on there, but we'll see. I do think they're gonna go hard on the 2600's 50th. How hard? That might depend on how successful this Neo Geo experiment is. If it's a hit, and I think it will be, could we see an Atari 2600 with real hardware in 2027? Or better yet, a 7800 that looks like a 2600. I've said it before, but these things are old. Brittle plastic, finicky electronics. Every time I go on eBay, the amount of non-working consoles for sale versus working consoles is worse and worse. This could change the entire landscape of retro gaming. Or maybe I'm just dreaming. Now I've got another tangent to go on, and this one might be more conspiracy theory than speculation, so grab your tinfoil hats, because here we go. I would sure like to know what kind of exclusivity contract PlayOn has with Atari and SNK. This has got to be an expensive endeavor, and I would think PlayOn would want assurances that anyone that wants to have these experiences has to buy this product to experience them. For the last several years, retro gamers that want to play retro cartridges on modern hardware have turned to Evercade. From the beginning, Atari has been a cornerstone of that ecosystem. And then just last year, SNK began bringing Neo Geo titles to excited Evercade fans. But in 2026, nada. All but one Atari card has been listed as legacy. Even the Intellivision cards, which are readily available elsewhere, have been listed as legacy titles on Funstock's website. And those Neo Geo carts, while not technically listed as legacy, have seen their prices creeping up and up on eBay and on Amazon. Most of what we seem to be getting this year is Rare, Activision, and possibly Bethesda. All Microsoft companies, by the way. With those twin sticks, I wonder if Halo would play on an Evercade. Probably not. Does this mean you have to buy a Neo Geo AES Plus if you want to play Neo Geo games? Nah. There are still plenty of collections on PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, Steam, and those carts for Evercade, while going up a little bit, can still be found for reasonable prices, along with the Neo Geo Super Pocket Plus by Evercade. And emulation is always an option. And SNK has just released the earliest part of a roadmap to celebrating the 30th anniversary of Metal Slug. Hopefully, that'll mean we can play these games on something other than just the AES Plus, possibly even Evercade. With RAM shortages driving modern console and computer prices out of control, old games have become big business. For me, I think I'm just gonna enjoy playing my Neo Geo games on my Super Pocket and hope that tides me over until November. But what about you? Have you pre-ordered a Neo Geo AES Plus? Would you be interested in an Atari with original hardware? Are you an Evercade gamer? How do you play your retro games? And what do you think of this type of video? Should I stay in my lane? Most of my videos are, here's a game, let's play the game, let's talk about the game. But every once in a while, it's fun to do something a little bit different. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Interacting with this content makes it easier for other people to find the channel, and also makes it easier to make sure that you are able to find my next video. Thank you for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time.